Hey YouTube, so today we're on a mission. 15 miles to Epping Forest, an overnight camp and 15 miles back. It's a beautiful day and I'm in glorious Greenwich Park and I'll take you along for the journey. We're a few more miles in and we're now in an area called the Docklands. And I wanted to show you this just because it is so pretty. Just amazing. In my haste to show you pretty things, I took myself well off of track, so back we go. Definitely starting to feel it now. It's the first time hiking with a backpack any material distance for a long while. So that's starting to take its toll, as is the fact that it's hot. I'm enjoying it, it's good fun. It's quite peaceful now that I'm away from the main roads, or further away from the main roads than I typically have been earlier in the journey. Yeah, just enjoying it. Definitely feeling it, but I am enjoying it. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I woke up about 6 and then slumbered for a little bit because it wasn't a good night's sleep because I was bloody cold again. Instead of bringing a sleeping bag with me, I brought a sleeping bag liner. I mean, not that you can make out what that is, but it's basically a very thin liner which goes around a sleeping bag normally. And I figured that would be okay because it was a warm night, all things considered. But I don't know, I think I'm just a very cold sleeper and I would have given anything for a blanket or something like that. But we are in Epping Forest. And that's the forest right there. This is my, I can't remember what it's called. Candle lantern of some description, hanging from the tent. One thing which I really like about this is not only is it quite well, it's very pretty and ambient, but it also gives off a fair bit of heat as well. So when I did wake up, when I finally kind of brought myself to like get out of the sleeping bag liner, first thing I did was put this thing on to try and get some heat in here, and it actually worked. It worked pretty well. So that's a good thing about the candle lantern. It's nice, it's pretty practical. I don't like this thing here. It's kind of difficult to stow it in your bag easily, but this thing like comes together to make it nice and easy. For the main body of the thing to be stowed, which is good. So yeah, I will give it an 8 out of 10 as far as camping equipment, and I'm pretty sure it's going to see further camping trips. I've put content out there which encourages people to wild camp. And I stand by that because wild camping is a healthy, valuable thing to do, both for yourself but also for the environment as well, provided you abide by the leave no trace principles. If you're going to use a space like this, then you have to respect that space. Leave no trace. I came across something interesting whilst trying to figure out how I get out of here. According to Google Maps, this is the Monty Python bridge. It's listed as a tourist attraction. Now, I don't know if that's true. I've taken a few photographs of it. And I'll have a look when I get home, see if I can actually identify it and verify it as such. But if it is, that's pretty cool. So I'm 5 miles in. Going good, feeling good. In this really nice wood, and this tree caught my eye. It looks so cool. Absolutely stunning. I think there was some kind of industry that people used to do. Basically, I've watched a Lindy Beige video some point in the past which talked about the cultivation of the forest, and this kind of structure was referenced or discussed, and I cannot for the life of me remember what he said and why it's interesting, but it is interesting. So hopefully I'll be able to like remember that, or when I get home put it in the description down below and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, looks awesome. Just as a quick update, we are about 9 miles in now, and I'm definitely getting to the point where I could do with a break. You could get really philosophical about like the beauty of the woods, and then this man-made, you could call it monstrosity, just cutting through it. The sheer pace of life, whilst either side of your nature's just taking playing a much longer term game. I don't know if you can see it, but just over there you can see the tops of Canary Wharf. So that's great. Definitely making progress. I've forgotten what I was going to say, but long and short of it is I'm going to have a cup of tea. So as predicted, the tea was lovely, but the aches and pains as I start walking again are really starting to sing. So here's for the next 10 miles. I think we've well and truly now left Epping Forest behind, which is kind of sad. We're now much more urban with the overground up there. Nothing really to note about that, apart from the fact that I do like Epping Forest, and I'm sad to see it recede into the distance behind me. So we're a few miles further on, maybe 2, a bit more than that. We've gone through Stratford, so from my perspective this is kind of like the home straight. A bit of a long home straight, but I know my way around now. Like, these are streets and areas that I cycle quite a lot, which makes it a bit easier. But what I wanted to show you is this. This is the Limehouse Cut, or like approaching it. I took some footage of this yesterday. That's the you know, that thing there is the thing from the Olympics, looking like a bit of a tangled mess if I'm honest. And I'm not saying I'd want to swim in it, but it actually seems pretty clean. Clear, maybe. Like, relative to what you might expect. This is a pretty little path. And there's some other things up here that I want to show you. So give me a few minutes, I'll be right back with you. Okay, a little bit further on, and we are definitely in London. What I wanted to show you though is there are the same Canary Wharf buildings that I showed you in the other video, scene, whatever it is that I took. So definitely making progress. So there was me bemoaning the fact that I'd left the countryside behind. But actually in Mudchute, you get a really nice view of Canary Wharf from the other side. Although I've yet to go south of the river yet. But this is also a farm, Mudchute Farm. It's pretty. I'm torn between what hurts the most. It's either my legs, mainly the kind of like back of my knees, or my shoulders from this bag. They're both tormenting me down here. But hunger's kind of gone away, which is good. I'll probably just stop off and pick something up so I've got something to eat when I get home. But really, I'm so close. I'm about 2 minutes away from the Greenwich Foot Tunnel, and then I'm in Greenwich, and then it's just a few miles through Greenwich Park, over Blackheath, through Blackheath Village, and then down to Lee. So, provided I don't take any more detours, I should be home fairly soon. Okay, so I failed. I got to the foot tunnel. One of my favourite views up here. I'll cut some footage in, and if you watched my last video, you'll probably recall me being very enthusiastic about it. But I stopped off at a kiosk over there, and I got myself a hot dog and a whole bunch of goodies because I'm starving. And although 10 minutes ago saying that I wasn't or had gone away, as soon as I walked past the kiosk, I was just like, I need to get something. So here I am, hot dog, some food, and then the last stretch home. So I've just exited the tunnel, and I'm now home on the south side of the river. And there's Canary Wharf. Let's give you a look at the Cuddy Sark to celebrate. Isn't she a beaut? It's a really cool thing to actually go in there and look around. Really quite spectacular. Hey, so I'm home. Just about. I'm literally in the hallway up to my flat, or the stairwell up to my flat. I wanted to just catch up with you briefly here, just because the flat's a bit of a mess, so I don't really want to record in there. I'm beat, like I'm really tired. The last half mile was just brutal, just feeling like you're so close to home, yet every step you really start feeling it. The real takeaway from this is probably the achievement. Yeah, just the feeling of having done it, the feeling of having taken control of something, set out to achieve something, and having achieved it. Like, that feels good. Thanks so much for coming along with me. I really appreciate you for taking the time to watch this video. Please do give it a like and a comment down below. Even if you don't give it a like, a comment down below always means so much. Like, I like reading them, reading comments, I like responding to comments. I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe, if you're not already subscribed. That would be really cool. But of course, no obligation. Yeah, thanks so much.